Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Chaos Multiverse. My name is Wes, filling in for Jimmy. He's currently busy right now, so he's unable to make this video, but we have an interesting topic to discuss as Disney is suing to keep its rights for popular Marvel characters. Now, this story is first reported by the New York Times, and they tweeted, the Walt Disney Company on Friday filed a flurry of lawsuits in an aggressive move to defend its Marvel superhero franchises from copyright termination notices served by artists and illustrators involved with characters like Iron Man, Thor, and Spider-Man. Now, if we dive a little bit deeper into the report, according to THR, the heirs of Spider-Man creator Steve Ditko recently filed one such suit, which would hypothetically, per US copyright law, allow creators who have transferred their copyright to a second party to terminate that transfer after a sufficient amount of time has passed. Because of the possible copyright termination notices that Disney could get from the estates of these creators and illustrators, Disney decided to go on the offensive to try to prevent that possibility from even happening. If these copyright termination letters did go out, then that could potentially mean the end of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, this has got Twitter and a bunch of other platforms in a frenzy, thinking that Disney will lose rights to these characters, which would effectively destroy the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but that's just not the case. The lawsuits done by Disney were to keep complete rights to the Marvel characters that they previously purchased, and to invalidate copyright termination notices that were served by artists and illustrators involved with creating the characters that we know and love. Disney owns the intellectual property of these characters at the end of the day, and it could be an interesting process that gets a little bit messy. Do I think that Disney should be suing these artists' families? I don't really think that's the case. If anything, this lawsuit will end up in a settlement where Disney will likely have to fork over some money to Steve Ditko and their estate, as well as the other creators of the popular Marvel characters that we could be losing. Now, to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of how this started, it actually started in spring when a Hollywood intellectual property lawyer, Mark Toberoff, served Marvel Entertainment notices of copyright termination on behalf of 5 clients. They include Lawrence D. Lieber, who is a comics writer known for his 1960s contribution to the Marvel characters, Steve Ditko, Don Heck, and Don Rico, and Gene Colan. And their goal was to seek rights to the characters that they had a hand in creating, which are actually pretty prominent characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Doctor Strange, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Captain Marvel, Falcon, Blade and the Wizard, Spider-Man, Thor, and a bunch of other characters. Basically characters that are the core of the MCU. According to the lawsuits they filed in New York and California, which they've essentially asked judges to toss out the termination notices because at the end of the day, they acquired Marvel and they acquired all of the intellectual property that was involved with it. Now, how was it even possible for these characters to file a copyright termination notice? Well, it actually was the Copyright Revision Act of 1976, which opened the door to the possible termination attempts. So at the end of all of this, we're going to see kind of a messy battle between the estates of the illustrators and artists, and then we're going to see Disney use all of the money that they have at their expense to essentially dominate the legal process like they do. We're not going to lose Spider-Man, we're not going to lose the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Disney will make sure that that happens because they make so much money on the Marvel Cinematic Universe and all of the characters that Marvel has brought. But that's going to wrap it up with this video, guys. Do you think that we're going to lose Spider-Man? Do you think the MCU is going to be gone for good? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. I think that this is just going to be a legal battle that Disney does all the time. Thank you guys all once again for watching. This has been Wes filling in for Jimmy. Be sure to subscribe to the Chaos Multiverse and like the video, and don't forget to check back tomorrow for all of your Marvel Cinematic Universe news and information.